TGIF, you did it. You made it through another week. Congrats. What's going on? Welcome. I'm Bill DeWeese, your host. This is the Daily Voiceover Huddle. We do this every weekday at this time, and it's just to get together we huddle up to share tip, trick, strategy, some motivation, inspiration, encouragement, just something to help you down the road further towards voiceover success. I've been doing this for quite a while, since 2006 when I was downsized from a corporate job. And I've been doing it full time ever since. And I've been coaching for the past, 14 years now. And I'm a demo producer as well, and the author of a couple of voiceover books. Here's my latest: Get Paid Using Your Voice, Get Found, Get Heard, and Get Hired. If you want the paperback, it's on Amazon. If you want to download the digital version of this for less than $10, it's below in the description. So check that out. Well, Fridays are Q&A days. So, and I call it popcorn Q&A. So in other words, I really can't take a question to a deep dive because we've only got a few minutes together, but I'll give you a summary and point you in the right direction and quickly answer questions so we can get through as many as we can. And by the way, woke up this morning, many of us have experienced, not everybody, clearly, with all that's been going on the West Coast of the US. But it was very dry August here, and we've picked up with some rain. And this morning woke up and rain's coming down, and our lawn sprinkler system's running, which drives my wife nuts. She's very frugal, and forget, and I'm not. So that it makes we kind of balance each other out. But like our water bill last month was over $600. Now, depending on where you live, you may think, wow, that's a bargain. Or you may be thinking, holy cow, how in the world? Yeah, it was, yeah, anyhow, when you're running when you've got no rain and you're trying to keep your grass green and yeah, it can get kind of crazy. So anyhow, thankful for the rain. Looking forward to a great weekend. Let's get into questions. The way we do this is this: very simple. In the live chat, just make sure you pop into the live chat, share with me where you're watching and listening from. And if you have a question, put it in there. If not, still check in, because I like to acknowledge everybody who's on. My way of just saying thanks for being here. Appreciate it. And it's a community. It's a growing community of voiceover talent who are working toward building a sustainable, profitable voiceover business. It's that simple. And we've got Rusty from the UP of Michigan. Hey, Rusty. Nephi in Knoxville. Good morning. Mark in Montreal. Hey, Ariel in cold California. Marlene, good morning to you in California as well. Guys, thanks for getting up. I know it's early on the West Coast. John in Denver. Ethan, how do you make a demo? Okay, Ethan, let me give you kind of the quick summary of that. To do a DIY demo, if you want to do it yourself to get started, I recommend a commercial demo to get started. Everybody needs a commercial demo, regardless of what kind of work you want to do or you want to get into. Start with that. And go to YouTube and/or iSpot.tv. Find 4 to 6 commercials that you really like, transcribe them, record them, just dry without you don't need to use music or sound effects. You can just use dry voice unless you're a producer and you understand all of that. And just take 10 to 15 seconds of each clip and edit together into one nice smooth audio file. You can do that with the same for a narration demo or for other demos as well, but always start with a commercial demo. Alex in sunny Westlake, Ohio. Hey, Alex, what's going on? Headed up that way this weekend to visit my son. Rebecca, what's going on with you? Hope things are going well in Michigan. GS in Longview. Mary, good Friday to you. Hey, Johnny in San Francisco. Kathleen in Binghamton, New York. Marla in Texas. Hey, Galen, what's happening in Carrboro, North Carolina? Riley says, good morning from Texas. Going to finish recording an audiobook today. Fantastic, Riley. Okay, Ariel asks, if you've got a long sinus illness that's not going away, over a month, would you do a new sample demo on Fiverr with temp voice to keep working? No, I wouldn't. Your demo is to put your best foot forward, regardless, in all circumstances. If somebody wants to hire you, then what you can do is provide them a sample recording. And I always try to provide my prospective clients. As a matter of fact, I woke up this morning right before I came down here. I had a message from somebody on Fiverr, said, hey, can you give me a quote for a job? I said, sure. Send me the script. Let me take a look at it. And that'll help me to create a quote, but I'll also record a sample for you. So that way they can hear what you'll actually sound like on their project. Good question. Amanda, what's going on? Mandy in Chester Springs, PA. Rob, just off the Loveland Elliptical. I'm sure you've worked up a good sweat. He says, yeah, out of breath. Yeah, good morning to you, Rob. Hey, Max in Vegas. Oh man, love that place. It's been a long time. I need to get back out that way. Melissa in San Diego, Julie in Virginia, David in Hamilton, Ontario, Theo with a happy Friday to all from the kitchen table in lovely Palos Hills. It's gloomy outside, but inside it's happy and sunny. I love that, and I'm glad for that, Theo. Denise in Long Island, Ralph in Fresno, California. Oh, let's see here. YouTube's doing that thing where it scrolls. It's trying to move me forward here faster than I'm talking. Where was I at? Melissa, San Diego, Julie, David, I got that. Theo got you. Denise in Long Island. Ralph in Fresno, California. A lot of Californians here. Good to have the Californians out in full force this morning. And a few from Michigan as well. Mike, what's going on in Grants Pass, Oregon? Julie, thinking, holy cow. Joy says, hello, everyone, from chilly, sunny Southfield, Michigan. Bruce says, good morning from Suffolk, Virginia. Aaron in Middle Missouri. John in Rhinebeck. Timothy in Altoona. Sandra in Worthington, Ohio. Tanya in South Philly. Cindy says, good morning from Maryland. I hope those impacted by Helene receive the help they need. Boy, that is for sure. I mean, you got to remember those guys in your prayers. I just had a message from a studio in the Carolinas that I do. It's a production company agency I do a lot of work with, and they are really hurting right now. Sandra says, happy Friday to Bill and everyone from Dallas, Fort Worth. We've got Tracy checking in from Rochester, Minnesota. Hey, Tracy. What's up, Wayne? If Talent Roster sends me an opportunity for a 30-second commercial script, are they going to kill me or are they going to kill me? Sorry, that's not what he's asking at all. No, they would never do that. Are they going to tell me, will you pay X dollars, or are they going to ask me how much I charge for the 30 seconds? Oh, we will. Oh, so okay. So what you're saying is, will the prospective client say, hey, this is our budget, we'll pay you this, or are they going to ask you how much that you charge? Could be either. It's 50-50. Sometimes they say, what would you charge for this? And sometimes they'll say, hey, we have a budget of $200 or $300 or whatever. Can you do this? Eric in Kentucky, Corey in Whitehall, Wisconsin, Kirk in Greensville, South Carolina. Thank you, Alex, for the wish for safe travels. I appreciate it. Oh, let's see here. Who am I missing here? Sirius. What's a good plugin for lowering mouth noise? There's two plugins. I used to use one. Now I use two. At the end, whenever I finish a project, I finish it with this because it helps to clean up whatever might be remaining as it relates to mouth noise. But I do a pretty good job on the front end. So I'm not saying these plugins will take out anything and everything, but they do a really good job. One is iZotope Mouth Declick, and the second is Waves X Crackle. Those are my two faves. JR says, good morning and happy Friday from sunny Austin, Texas. Kevin says, it's been pretty slow on Bunny Studio. What else should I do besides Bunny? Well, I mean, yeah, there's so many ways to make to get work in voiceover. Bunny Studio is one. Bunny Studio is owned by Voice 123. There's other platforms like the Voice Realm and voices.com. There's voice talent rosters that you can market yourself to. You can direct market. There's over 40,000 video production companies in the US alone, probably hundreds of thousands around the world, and it is a global market. So there's no shortage of folks out there hiring voiceover talent. Jim with a good morning from Memphis. How long does a sample from a book read for audition need to be? I'm thinking a page max. What's your thought? Clients sometimes will specify how much they want. Doesn't mean I'll always read as much as they want. Sometimes I've seen auditions that went on for pages and pages and pages. And it just, I usually just, when it comes to an audiobook, I typically don't read more than 5 minutes. Even then, that's for me, that's pushing it, but that's me. And, and it might hurt if they ask for 10 minutes and you don't give it to them, it might hurt your chances. But if they don't give you a specific amount, I'm thinking about 5 minutes-ish. Maggie says, greetings from Pittsburgh. We have sun today. Appreciated your message about having a good voice this week. Maggie, thank you for that. Appreciate that. Mandy says, I have X Crackle, but I'm not quite sure how to set it so it doesn't take away from the integrity of the recording. Thoughts? Absolutely have thoughts on that, Mandy. Here's what you do. So with Xcrackle or with any plugin, what I'll do is I'll record my audio, and then in Adobe Audition is what I use, but whatever DAW you use, and then bring up your plugin, and then listen to your audio with the plugin instantiated or working. So it's turned on, and you're monitoring and listening, and then play with the levels, and start to start from less to more, and keep going up and up and up and up until you hear it start to affect the integrity. You can hear it. If the audio starts to sound weird or bad, you've added too much. And so then you just back it down until you get, you hit that place where you want to get to where it starts to degrade it, and then pull it back a bit so it doesn't sound degraded. That way you're adding as much of the processing as you can without hurting your audio. Salt checking in from Nigeria. Good to have you here this morning. Why don't you cover YouTube Shorts and Facebook Reels more? Editing a 30-second video sounds way easier than an audiobook. Wait a second. Why don't you cover YouTube Shorts and Facebook Reels more? When you say cover that, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Editing a 30-second video sounds way easier than an audiobook. Oh, you're talking about instead of using, well, when it comes to auditioning, I mean, you have to edit audio. So I'm not sure exactly. I'm sorry. I wish we could have a discussion so I could ask more questions. But in voiceover, when we submit auditions, it's always through. It's always audio. And if you're doing an audiobook, I mean, it's hours and hours and hours of audio that you'll be editing. No way to get around that one. Theo says, "Hey folks, if you're getting something out of today's huddle," oh, important message, non-solicited from Theo, says, "If you're getting something out of today's huddle, go ahead and hit that like button." Thank you, Theo. I appreciate you mentioning that. I almost forgot. Can you believe I almost forgot to say something? But thanks for your subscription to this channel. And thanks when you like the video. If you feel that you get something out of the video, again, I'm not asking you to do it just for the heck of it, but if you feel like it's something that's of value to you, when you hit the like button, and I'm sure you know this, but just as a reminder, it it tells the YouTube algorithm, hey, people like this video, they find it helpful, and so therefore YouTube then shares the video with more people who are searching for voiceover related content. So that's the significance of it. We're just getting this information out to more people, and I'd love to grow the community. This is a lot. I don't know. I'm assuming you're having some fun, or you wouldn't be here. I certainly find it fun. Joy says, "How many audiobooks do you put in a demo?" Well, generally speaking, the standard format is a general audiobook demo would be like 3 books, 30 seconds each. Just make sure you're not being redundant. Do something that's, like 3 genres that you like, but that will bring out 3 different aspects of your personality. Let's see. Cliff in Central Connecticut already smashed that like button. Thank you, Cliff. Thanks for the tips and keep being awesome. Well, Cliff, thank you. And you keep being awesome as well. I appreciate that. Well, let's see here. Thanks for being here, guys. Thanks for the questions. I appreciate it. If you want to learn more about my coaching and my voiceover resources, there's the link below in the description. Get all that information. I won't be here on Monday. I can't be here on Monday morning, but I'll be back on Tuesday at our regular time to do our thing. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you soon.